2. Clear your throat. 1. Alright, here we go. Hello and welcome to the 6th episode of the Benchwarmers podcast. Today is my favourite topic today, Harrison.
Oh God.
Favourite of all
Don't
time.
get me started.
Today we are talking all things F1 and
Oh,
Harrison
no.
will be debating whether or not NASCAR or F1 is which one's better, really. Personally,
I know. I already
if
know
any
the
of you
answer.
have watched this before, you'll know I am a massive F1 fan. Just look at my hat.
Exactly.
Just look at my hat.
Don't
Yeah.
need to say anything else, really, do you, Matt? Episode over.
Episode over.
Go on.
So
How
Harrison,
are we going to start?
tell me, what do you know about F1?
What do I know about F1? Oh my God. Now, for the viewers, if you don't know, I'm a very casual F1 supporter, let's say, you know. I like to watch the highlights. I don't like to sit there for an hour and a half watching them like go around in ziggy-zaggy circles. But I've made Matt a promise this season where I'm going to try and start watching it properly, you know. I've chosen a team, McLaren already, you know. Got to support the boy Lando Norris and Oscar, how do you say his surname, sorry?
Piastri.
Oscar Piastri. Hopefully I've said that right. But yeah, you know, I'm going to support McLaren this season. See if they win any championships, who knows. See if they win any races, because, you know, your boy Red Bull over there always win every single race, don't they? It's a bit of a snooze fest if you ask me, but who knows.
Nah, Red Bull winning is just, it's too nice to see. I went through, well, I don't know if you know this, I've been following F1 since 2015.
Okay.
I think my first race
long
I
time.
ever watched was 2012.
Yep.
So
No, I used to. So when I was younger, I was heavily into F1. I used to watch it all the time, like every single race. But then for a few years, I sort of just fell out of love with it. Really, just started enjoying a bit more football, and just went on. It just sort of, I lost the love of the sport, I suppose. But I don't know.
yeah, that's fair enough.
Yeah.
But with Red Bull,
Okay.
obviously we're winning it pretty consistently these past
Yeah.
few years, especially 21 being a major season in the
yes.
sport.
And now I've
By
started.
far my favourite season of all time, just because Verstappen won it for the first time.
Yes.
But I know
yes.
it was very controversial at the end because of the whole Abu Dhabi situation and all the Team LH fans just being
Now-
massive crybabies.
Obviously, I like how you were speaking about this because it's good for the audience. But as Matt will know, recently I've just started watching Drive to Survive season 4 because the new one's coming out soon, isn't it, Matt?
Yeah.
But you know, there's a bit of spoilers going on there, Matt. I don't really like that. I didn't know who won 2021. I don't know who won the championship. So
Did you
thanks for
not?
that. Spoilers.
Did you not?
No, I
thought it
didn't.
was major news. It was like major news in that time.
Well, like I said, I've only just started following it again. So, you know, it's news to me. News to me.
Yeah, for everyone who doesn't know, Drive to Survive fans are the worst F1 fans. They don't know anything. It's fine. Not being offensive to you,
Yeah.
but you
No,
know,
but,
they tend to be oblivious to
Yeah, well,
everything.
don't most F1 fans hate Red Bull now anyway? So who really cares? You know.
Everyone's hated Red Bull since Vettel was winning it since 2010. No
Oh, I
one's
like
liked Red Bull.
Vettel. I like Vettel.
Well, because
yeah.
you know Red Bull is the energy drink company.
Yeah.
So, and you know the whole story with Leipzig in Bundesliga being
Of
hated
course.
because
Yes.
sponsored by
They've
that.
got all the money and all that sort
They're
of
not
stuff.
a traditional team, as
Yeah.
you would say.
Yeah.
People don't like that because Red Bull have come into the sport and they've just won so much,
Just
and they're
dominated.
not a real car manufacturer.
Okay, that's interesting. But you know, obviously, you know, Mercedes have they used to win it for so many years, didn't they? Mercedes, they dominated under Lewis Hamilton.
Yeah.
Obviously, now he's gone to Ferrari. Well, in 2025. But I don't know what Matt's doing here. But he's just moving loads of chairs around. Sorry if you can hear that, but a little bit weird.
I had a
but
squeaky chair. I had to switch it.
I heard nothing. I heard no squeakiness. If that's not a word. But obviously, Mercedes dominated for all those years. So I think it was only right that Red Bull came in and, you know, they switched it up a bit. They made F1 a bit more exciting. You could maybe say.
Thank you. I
know?
see. That is an opinion I can agree with. Red Bull has
Oh,
done
God.
something
I shouldn't have
to
said that.
the sport. No, you can't take that back now.
Okay,
Red Bull
fair
has
enough.
come in and made the sport interesting.
I own my
because
words.
People have viewed Max Verstappen as a villain ever since he came into the sport because of the whole
Yeah.
Mad Max persona, as they
Well,
called it.
Well, if Red Bull didn't do it, somebody else had to come and do it, didn't they?
exactly.
Because Mercedes just making it so boring. That's why I stopped watching it for a little bit because
Before Max was winning anything, it was
Yeah.
Vettel versus Hamilton because when Vettel was in Ferrari, he was challenging Lewis for
Yeah.
championships for like 3-4 years, and then Max came in. But even before Max came in and started becoming the villain, Vettel was the villain still, People
That's
did
all
not
was.
like him.
Okay.
And it's all because the British media. I'm going to be really political here. It's
Oh,
because the
no.
British media solely bias onto Hamilton, so they only care about Hamilton winning. That is my opinion.
So when Hamilton was winning for Mercedes, was he the only British driver in those times? I'm not too
He
sure.
Yeah.
Because
he was
now you've got like 2 or 3 more, haven't you? Lando Norris, I'm pretty sure he's from England.
Lando
right?
Norris only came in to the sport
3 years ago.
2019.
2019. Okay. So 4 years. Yeah.
5 years.
5 years. Sorry, I'm not bad enough there.
Before that, who were the other ones? I know Hamilton was racing when Button was still a thing.
Yes.
in
Oh, he was
2000.
good. I liked him.
Yeah, Button won it in 2009. So
Yes. Who was that with? Sorry.
Brawn GP.
Okay. Don't know who that is. Never heard of that F1 team.
Crazy story with Brawn.
Go on then.
Pretty much, the guy called Brawn, surprisingly,
Yeah.
bought the team off of Honda for £1.
For £1.
For £1.
Okay. Are
And
they still around now? They can't be
No,
around
they
now.
were only there for 1 season, but they won the World Championship with
In one
Button
season?
and the constructors. They won
Bloody
both
hell.
championships in just 1 season.
So
And then they
where
left.
did he go after that?
He just left.
What, he just retired?
He retired. He's just gone off.
What, in 2009?
Yeah, they won it
I
2009.
remember him. I mean, he was a decent driver back in the day. I did like Jason Button.
Yeah, Button was there, and then he won it in 2009. and
Yeah,
he just
yeah.
dropped off.
Okay then, I want to debate to you. I don't know if we're doing this a bit early or not, Matt, into
well,
the episode. What
I
do you think?
If we're speaking F1,
Go on then.
we
quickly.
obviously
Go
got to talk the massive news.
on. Oh, here we
So
go.
I don't know if anyone's watching who is an F1 fan have seen, or you probably have, because everyone's heard of it by now.
You got to be living under a rock if you haven't heard the news, you know.
Let's just say some very famous guy has moved to Ferrari. I
Lewis
wonder
Hamilton.
if you can guess who that is.
Come on. I said it a little bit too early. Obviously, you know, the main man himself, Lewis Hamilton, best driver in F1.
Shut up.
Best driver in F1 history.
No. I'm not going to hear that.
It has to be. He's won
he's the
7
best-
championships.
No, he's the best statistically, but he is not the best driver, pure talent. And I will
Oh,
die on that
here
rock.
we
I will
go.
die
Here
on
we
that
go.
rock.
What a load of rubbish that is.
I will die on that rock. Hamilton is not the
He has
most
to be.
talented driver. He's just
He's
won
been
everything.
there year in, year out. He's won the most championships alongside who else is it? Is it Schumacher maybe?
Schumacher.
They're both tied on 7 championships, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
He's at half decent knowledge from there, I don't know.
Schumacher was like 2 times the driver Hamilton ever was.
Oh, but that's not really controversial, is it? I don't know why I was doing that, but I never really watched Schumacher that much, to be honest with you guys. So I'm not really too sure.
Well, I
on
wasn't
stuff.
even born, so.
We both weren't born. So actually, yeah, if we both weren't born, you can't really throw that at me.
Yeah,
So
but
you've got to tie that back because I don't really like that, Matt.
Yeah, but
Sorry.
unlike you, I've watched the highlights of,
Oh, okay.
and I've watched Michael
okay.
Schumacher's races from the past on YouTube. So I do kind of know some things.
The highlights don't give you the full picture.
They kind of do.
No, because Lewis
They kinda
Hamilton was
do.
way better than Schumacher. Just putting out there.
I watched Lewis Hamilton win his 6 of his titles because I wasn't watching
Yeah,
it when he won
yeah.
it with McLaren. Watching the highlights, Schumacher had better racing than Hamilton.
Okay. Was there more competition when Schumacher was there, or I don't know?
Yeah, Schumacher was against the likes of Senna, Mansell, Alonso himself. In fact, Alonso was like one of the
Fernando
only.
Alonso?
Yeah,
Nah.
Alonso was
The
one of the
suave
only.
guy. The suave guy.
The suave guy.
Yeah.
Alonso was the only one to challenge Schumacher in his Ferrari days when Alonso won it twice in a row in 2005 and 6.
Okay. You might be you know, you gave a very good point there. I've got nothing to back up my point, but you know, Lewis Hamilton for me, he's the best in the modern era. Let's say.
No.
Yeah.
No, still
He's
no.
better than
Still no.
than Verstappen.
I'm
Look
gonna
at
leave.
Matt's
I
face.
will
Look
leave.
at Matt.
No, I will
Matt's
leave.
face.
I can't hear that.
He is though, isn't he?
No.
He's won
No,
4
not.
more championships.
He's won 4 more championships because
Yeah.
he had the best car in the time.
Yeah.
When he was racing in the period with Vettel, when Vettel won it 2010 to 2013,
Was that with
Hamilton
McLaren?
was nowhere clear, nowhere near him.
Okay.
And from 2014 onwards, no one challenged Hamilton besides his own teammate Rosberg in 2016, where he lost to Rosberg because
Oh, God,
Rosberg won it.
You can see Matt's in his element, can't you?
No,
Come
I
on.
don't want to hear Hamilton being the best. You can call him the best statistically, but you cannot call him the best driver. I won't hear it.
Statistically, so what, he's definitely won the most races, right?
Well, he's won 100 and something races.
Oh, there you go. Then. How's he
So-
not the best? He's won the most races and he's tied on the most championships. He's got to be one of the best. He's got to be better. You've got to give Max Verstappen another 4 years at least for him just to level up on the same championships as Hamilton.
Verstappen will win the next 3
I'm telling you,
championships.
right. So let's just put like a scenario out there. Let's say Hamilton, right? He goes out there this season, his last season for Mercedes, and he goes on a rampage and he wins the championship. Then if he wins the 8th championship, he's the highest ever or best ever F1 driver. He has to be. If he wins this season, he has to be. Come on.
If he wins the season,
Yes.
sure, I will give him credit that
There
he
we
might
go.
be. He might be the greatest
Only
racer.
credit.
No, because if he wins 8, sure, big achievement, big
Yeah.
whoop. He's a history record for being best of all time.
Record breaker.
And if you can beat Max in his prime, then sure, that's a bit. Congratulations.
Somebody's got to beat Max. It's just getting boring now.
Nah, it's perfect for me. I went through so many years of watching Hamilton win every race. When 2021 came around,
Yeah.
it was the best time of my life.
No, but to be fair,
and these
that's
past
why.
few years have been just brilliant.
Yeah, to be fair, that's why I stopped watching F1 altogether. Just because every single week you know who's going to win it, and I think it's the same now realistically with Red Bull and Max Verstappen. Don't get me wrong, he always wins every single race. For me, right, I'm just thinking it's a battle between who gets number second. My second place team gets first. You know what I mean? Because every single game week, you know Max Verstappen and Red Bull are going to win the race. That's why I'm more of a casual fan these days.
Yeah, but what people don't understand, and I think many people who have come from Drive to Survive.
Yeah.
I'm not saying they're stupid idiots,
Whoa.
but I kind of am a little bit.
Whoa.
They don't understand that the F1 has been a domination sport since it began.
Okay.
Whatever
okay.
teams are winning consistently, they will dominate for the next few years. People always think that another team will win it in every single year, but that's just not the case. I mean, you saw Mercedes; they won 7.
But okay, why isn't that the case though? Why can't they win it? Do they just have enough? They don't have enough money, or is their car not so good? I don't know. How does that work?
Well, why they don't win it every year?
Yeah. Why is it so like one team dominated?
Teams don't get that much time off.
Yeah.
During the season. Well, not anymore like they used to.
Okay.
But during like the summer breaks, winter breaks, you can't change a car drastically that much. You can change like a few elements of it. Like you can change, for example, from the last few seasons, you can change side pods. Side pods are like the side of the car. If you shape them differently,
you
get like.
I've no clue what you're talking about, but alright.
I'm getting a bit technical. I'm a bit too technical.
We'll roll with it.
But like, just basically to try and dumb it down, if they have a different design of like aerodynamics, some cars can be faster than others, even though like it's like the smallest change. So some teams can like experiment, be different, and then other teams will just go with what they went through the previous year.
So has there ever been a case where a worse car has won a title over a better car? There's got to be races where that's happened, surely. I think I'm being stupid here.
Do you mean
but
single races or
let's go with single races.
Where a worse car has won it.
Yeah, or championship. Is there a championship where a worse car has won it over the best car? I don't know.
Probably Brawn. Yeah, I want to say Brawn.
Yeah.
And then.
Okay, so Jason Button.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Although to be fair, they probably were the best car then. It's just unexpected that they won it.
But that was back in 2010, didn't you say?
2009.
2009, sorry. So that's such a long difference.
Yeah.
Like how many years has it been? That's like 10 plus years at least since that's happened. But anyways,
I think you probably won't know. But I think a good example of a really crap car winning a race was when this guy called Maldonado in Williams at the time.
Okay, I don't know how it is.
Won a race when Red Bull with Vettel was in its prime.
Yeah.
They were the best team, and then Ferrari as well with Alonso. They were also like considered one of the best. And then this guy Maldonado, absolute legend. If you do know him and like who's listening. Really crap driver, but he was like the funniest guy to watch race. But he won it in a Williams, and the Williams was like nowhere near the top teams.
Okay, that's interesting. Now I've got a question to you, Matt.
Go on.
I have a question to you. So I want to ask you because obviously I've said to the viewers already, I'm a McLaren fan. I've chosen to support McLaren this season. I might change it up next season. Who knows? I might be a Red Bull fan like Matt. But anyways.
Anyone with sense would become a Red Bull fan.
Okay. So McLaren, they've got Lando Norris, they've got Oscar Piastri, of course. What are their chances of winning anything this season? Winning a race, winning the championship? What are your thoughts, Matt? Go on. Don't laugh at me.
Okay,
Come on.
Well, the Red Bull fan in me says they're not going to win anything because Max is there.
Yeah, but they're top three teams in the F1 in Formula One.
Currently,
Yeah.
at the moment. But I reckon they can because I know it is common in the sport for teams to have like mechanical failures and then the cars just like go out of the race.
So you're saying
If
McLaren's only hope if another team has like a failure or anything like that?
If Max gets a mechanical failure, then sure they can win it. They won't beat. They won't beat him.
Okay, so you're saying if Red Bull has an accident, that's the only chance McLaren's going to win something this season.
Yes.
But the thing is, right? If you compare both drivers, Lando Norris and Oscar
Piastri,
that's how you say his name. Them two guys are like really up and coming talent, right? They've got to do something in the next couple of years, or otherwise one of them will be off to a new team, surely. Don't you think? Maybe. Who knows?
Norris has been there for 4 years already, and he
hasn't done anything.
The closest he got was fumbling a race win in Russia.
Okay, so he came second?
It was in 21.
2021.
Yeah, so you'll see it in your little drive to
survive. Oh, let's go.
You'll see, but he was.
So where was his highest finish this season?
This season?
Yeah.
Second.
Okay.
But even then, he was like 10 seconds off Max.
Well,
and 10 seconds is like a massive margin.
Well, like I said earlier, second place is first place to me. So he's won the race this season already. Well, last season.
Yeah, but in my eyes, second place is just the first loser of many. So it doesn't really.
Fair enough.
It's just different viewpoints, isn't it?
Yeah. Okay. Have I got any more questions? So I've got another question. Why does everybody ask for the rules to be changed? Let's go with that.
Regulation change as well.
Yeah, that's what I meant.
Like I was saying with the sport is domination. Like whatever team's dominating will dominate for a couple years.
Do you like that? Is that a good thing?
I like it because my team's winning.
Oh yeah, okay, of course you're gonna say that, but take the emotion out of it and take the bias aside. Do you like it?
So if I was a neutral fan watching,
yes.
I still think yes.
Why?
Because each race you don't sure you can guess which person's gonna win, but then when you when you watch a race and someone else somehow manages to win it, there's no other feeling of like excitement and just I don't know what the word is. It's like joy, I guess.
Okay.
You watch someone who's not expected to win it because he's in the less dominant car. That was the same with me in 2021 when we won the championship. Mercedes was arguably probably the better car for majority of the season, and because they had like the previous 5 championships, won it in a row, it was like, oh, can we actually win one this year? And then when we did win it, when I tell you that was the most like exciting happy day of my life.
I've got a good point now.
It actually brought me to tears because I was like that happy that we won it instead of Mercedes.
Well, I've got a good counter-attacking point here for you, Matt. Listen to this, right? Don't you think after, yes, I understand your point of saying, the first time ever they won it, it was amazing, great feeling, all of that, it was fantastic. But Red Bull now win it every single week. They win every single race, every single week. They've won the last 3 championships, I'm pretty sure, in the last 3 years. Doesn't that feeling just like disappear at some point?
No.
Surely it's got to. When does that get boring? It's got to be. If you compare
does not
that.
Get boring to me.
No, but if you compare that to like football, for example. Sorry guys, I know it's an F1 podcast, but if you compare it to Man City, always winning it for the first couple of years, in the last few years, let's say. Surely it gets boring. You want more competition in the sport. Why isn't there more competition in F1? There's got to be more competition. Otherwise, it just becomes a bit dull. Don't you think?
Not really, no.
No.
Because like I was saying,
I think that's an outside perspective.
Imagine now Aston Villa go and win the championship instead of City. How would you feel?
Well, yeah, that'd be amazing, but
exactly.
that's a big difference.
Exactly my point.
No, but
it's not.
You can't compare Aston Villa to Red Bull. I think Red Bull are probably more of an established brand in F1. Let's say.
I mean, you can compare Villa to Red Bull. Red Bull were where Villa were a couple years ago. They were like, especially from 2015 onwards, we were not that good.
Yeah.
We were like mid-table.
Okay.
Then we went to win it eventually. And then like imagine if Villa did that, you'd feel like really happy about that. It's the same thing. If a team's dominating and then some other team wins it, it's like.
I think the big difference is, I'm just saying, in terms of football, there's a whole lot more competition than there is in F1. So I feel like obviously football will always be the love of my life in terms of sports.
I'm gonna stick with F1 because just it is I know, especially people who watch it for a couple years, they do know like how exciting it can be, especially when someone new wins.
Don't get me wrong. I've only just started watching Drive to Survive, and I'm already loving it already. I'm only 2 episodes in, so I think once I start watching that again, start watching the new season in a month's time. I'm pretty sure, Matt. I'll probably get the feeling better for F1. But at the moment, I think that's like an outside perspective, isn't it? From people who don't watch the sports, that's what I mostly think. It's a bit boring because Red Bull win it every single week.
No, but it was the same with Mercedes, who won it every single week.
Yeah.
But I think going back to your question about why do people want the regulation changes, it is because they want different teams to win it. And I know, especially in 2026, when 25, there is a new set of regulations coming in, and a bunch of new teams will come in as well. Like Audi will be joining the grid instead of Alfa Romeo and whatnot. But all the teams then, with the reg changes, they'll have to change their car completely. So it'll be complete refresh. Every team will be like new. So you never know. Some other team, McLaren, if they do well in that regulation change and make their car good in that change, I reckon they could win it. And it's the same with Williams and all the other really crap teams as well. Anyone can win it in the regulation changes, and I think that's why people want it.
Okay. Well, moving on quickly then, just quickly. I don't know how long we've been going for, but we haven't actually spoken about the big news of Lewis Hamilton joining Ferrari. What are your thoughts about that? We haven't spoken about that, have we?
No, we did mention it.
Did we mention it?
No.
Oh god.
I just went on a bit of a tangent.
Oh, you went on? Okay, I didn't even realise. Should we speak about that a bit more in depth? What are your thoughts?
For me, that's good news.
Great news.
For me, that's good news that Hamilton's gone to Ferrari. It means Mercedes can no longer win it. And Mercedes are like, I'm the number one Mercedes hater in the world.
Well, you say that, but they've still got George Russell. And
George Russell's nowhere near talented enough to win.
No, isn't he half decent?
He can win races, he won't win championships.
He's got to be one of the better drivers in the sport, no? No, you don't rate him. Okay, I'm getting some bad looks there from Matt.
No.
Okay.
He will win a couple races because he's won one already.
Yeah.
He won't win championships for Mercedes.
But I think it depends who you replace Lewis Hamilton with, doesn't it?
Well, that is the question. Who is going into that Mercedes?
I think there's a good 4 to 5 different replacements they're thinking of, aren't there, Matt?
Yeah.
Do we know some names? You could throw some names to the viewers.
Fernando Alonso might be going.
Oh yes, my favourite.
That would be
my
sick.
favourite.
They have a F2 driver named Kimi Antonelli. Really talented driver. He's 17 years old. He's won literally everything. Yeah,
but he can't go in there. He can't go into F1 straight away and win a championship for him, can they? Probably not.
Max Verstappen nearly did.
Oh, here we go. Max Verstappen chat.
He won everything, and then he came into the sport and won his first race for Red Bull. So
never mind. Sorry about that.
Different
Bad
point.
chat.
And then Ocon, he has it. Well, I don't know if Ocon will go in. Bottas maybe go back. I don't think anyone else other than
Carlos
Fernando.
Sainz? Is that his name?
Sainz is going to Audi.
He's going to Audi?
I guarantee he'll go Audi instead of Mercedes.
Audi? Who do Audi have now?
They're coming into 2026.
I was going to say, I didn't think there was a team.
They're not a team now, but you know Sauber, or Stake F1 team, as they're now called.
Yes.
Really crap name, by the way. He'll be going to that team in 2026.
What do you think about the rebranding of Red Bull? I'm pretty sure wasn't there like a new rebranding of Red Bull or something like that? And
so their sister team.
Yeah,
they were called Alpha Tauri originally. Yeah, and they've gone to Visa Cash App Racing
that's what I'm talking about. Yeah,
you can't tell me that doesn't sound ass.
Why are they doing that?
It sounds terrible.
Is that just like a money making scheme, or I don't know? Like
it is pretty much money making. It's literally their sponsor saying put our name on your car and your team name must be our sponsor.
I think that's just too much at that point.
It is too much. It's rubbish.
It's Red Bull, isn't it? I'm pretty sure. Like, do they need that much more money? They're already first. They win everything.
But it is their second team, so.
Oh, okay, second team. Okay, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Okay, so what do you think from Lewis Hamilton then? Do you think he's going to win a championship with Ferrari?
No.
What do you think? No?
No.
You can't just shut it down that quickly. We've got to have a discussion about this.
Ferrari haven't won anything since 2007.
Well, that's why they're getting Hamilton in.
No, because Charles Leclerc is their main focus. He is their golden boy. He is the one they want to win the championship first.
Well, okay.
He's done nothing.
Even though you're saying that, he's got to be put to the side now that Lewis Hamilton's coming.
Well, that's the whole problem everyone's talking about. It's like Hamilton's coming in. Who's going to be the number one driver? Will it be Hamilton or Leclerc?
I like that.
That's a hard
question to answer.
Yeah, I know. Because the last time Hamilton went into a team with 2 number 1 drivers was 2016,
Yes.
and was the year he lost to his teammate
Who was that? Sorry.
Nico Rosberg.
Okay.
So
I think I remember him. He rings a bell.
yeah, so him going to Ferrari will not only throw the power balance out. I reckon Leclerc will ignore team orders, because team orders will play a massive part, especially if they make Leclerc the number 2 now.
Team order, so that's what, like the
team telling the
pit
drivers
stop
where to
team.
go. Yeah.
Oh god, I don't know enough.
It's literally when the teams are like, let your teammate pass so he can win the race, that kind of stuff.
So you're telling me this Charles Leclerc is just gonna he's just gonna ignore his team instructions just for him to like purposely make Lewis Hamilton lose or
I
something?
mean, I'll give
Surely
you
not.
this. I'll
Surely
give you
not.
this. If you were in his position and say the greatest driver of all time was coming in as your teammate,
Yeah.
and they said, "No, we forget about you now. We don't want you to win. We want him to win." How would you feel?
Well, surely you do the best for the team. You know, at the end of the day, you wouldn't want the team. You wouldn't want you would want your teammate to win. Surely, you know,
No,
it's all about the team.
it is a selfish sport. You want yourself to win. Are you seriously saying Charles Leclerc should give up his dreams of becoming the first Ferrari world champion since Kimi Räikkönen in 2007, which is over 10 years now,
Yeah.
just to give it to Hamilton so he can win his 8th?
I feel like either way he won't have a choice. I feel like he won't have a choice.
He will have a choice.
Lewis Hamilton is one of the best drivers, like I've already said on this podcast so many times. He's one of the best drivers in F1 history. You've got to take your pride aside and just be number 2 for a few seasons, but until Hamilton retires or something. You know what I mean? Come on, he's either got to do that or just leave himself, go to somewhere else.
If I was Leclerc in a championship-worthy car,
Yeah.
with Hamilton as my teammate, I would want my championship for myself, not to Hamilton.
Okay. So if he's number 2, could you see him leaving in any world? Could he go to Mercedes? Would that work? I don't know.
No, because I think the whole point of this Hamilton move is because it's on his bucket list.
Yeah.
He came out the other day on Twitter saying, "Oh, it's been a big dream of mine since a child to race for Ferrari."
Okay.
This could only
They are
mean,
one of the best brands in F1, aren't they?
well, the biggest team
Biggest
in the
team.
history.
Okay.
They were there since the start.
Yeah.
But him joining, he's only there for 2 years. I reckon these 2 years are his last years in the sport itself, and then he will retire. So the question is, if Ferrari have a championship-worthy car, will Leclerc just let Hamilton win his 8th and then retire?
Yeah.
Or will Leclerc win it? Because that might be their only chance for years to come.
Oh, what happens if Leclerc wins it ahead of Hamilton? That would be a massive
That'll be
uproar
massive.
for
That'll be
Hamilton. wouldn't it?
huge.
That'd be amazing. That would. I would love to see that. But again, I want to see Hamilton win his 8th championship before he retires.
I
want to see that. Just give it him for 1 year. I don't know how okay, stupid question here, Matt. I don't know how the point system works. How does it work? Like, how do they win the championship? Let's say I don't know. How does that work?
Basically, well, you know how first place is like 25 points, and then it goes down like that until 10th position.
Yeah.
I think you got to win the championship. You got to be ahead of the second place driver by a certain amount of points.
Okay.
With like certain amount of races. So say I'm on 300 points, you're on 250, and there's 5 races to go.
Yeah.
I have to be 100 points ahead of you. That means I have to win the next 3 races, and you have to come below that.
Oh god, that is very heavy statistical, isn't it?
It's not as complicated as you think. It's just you have to win by a certain margin with the amount of races remaining. That's why Max has won it. Last year he dominated. He got 400 something points by himself, and second place only had 200 points.
200 points difference.
Yeah.
Bloody
So
hell.
he won it with 6 races to go, and that's like the quickest someone has, I think, ever won it. I might be wrong, but I think that's
How
the
old is
quickest
Max
I've ever
Verstappen?
seen. 24, 25.
He's only 25 and he's got so many more years.
He came into the sport when he was like 16, 17.
And how old is Lewis Hamilton now?
39.
39. So he's.
Yeah.
Oh my god. So you're telling me Max Verstappen's got another. Oh, he's at 15. No, is that bad
He's
maths?
got a
Like
long
15
time.
years or something?
I
Like
think
10 years, that's 35. Yeah, he's got like another 14, 15 years maybe until he gets to Hamilton's
the
age.
thing is with Max, he said
Bloody
Well,
hell.
he has a contract with Red Bull now until 2028,
Yeah.
and I see us winning every single championship up to that year.
And you're telling me that doesn't get boring?
No, it doesn't get
Come
boring for
on,
me,
man.
mate.
Come
I
on.
love seeing it.
Sport
but-
a new team. Get a second team at least, you know.
But Max said when his contract runs out, he might not be in the sport anymore because he's already won it.
So many times.
All he wanted to do was win one championship and say, I've won a championship. So when I'm thinking 2028 comes along, he'll just probably leave the
Yeah.
sport to go do something else like Le
That's-
Mans or IndyCar.
Sorry to interrupt you, but that's an interesting point. Just because, like, surely, so if his dream was just to win one championship, where does his motivation go then? You know, like, what's he motivated to do these days? But just because
He just wants to
he,
win.
he only wanted to win one, so like, does his motivation just drop off a little bit? I don't know. You know, is it like how does he set himself new goals to keep on going each season? I don't know.
Well, the thing is, last season was his record-breaking season.
Yeah.
Literally,
What for most points or
no, he literally annihilated every single record in the
Okay.
book.
what serious?
In the book, he destroyed every record.
Yeah.
So now, technically, he is the third greatest driver of all time behind Schumacher, Hamilton, because
What,
he
okay,
is
can you name me some of these records just for, in general? I don't know.
third most wins.
Yeah.
Most points in a single season.
Yeah.
Most consecutive wins.
Okie dokie.
Twice in the single season.
Okie dokie.
Um,
Consecutive wins, what? So back-to-back wins? Or?
Vettel won, I think, 9 in a row when he got the record.
Oh yeah.
And now
okay,
Max
okay.
has won 11,
Oh
and
my
then
God.
he won 11 in a row, and then he won 7 in a row. So he nearly broke the record twice in one season.
Okay.
And
Okay.
then he's also got most fastest laps.
So it's
he's got
basically a
most
race between
poles.
second.
Yeah, well, yeah, pretty much. It's literally Max Verstappen, everyone else.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. Okay. Like I said, I'm gonna try my best to stick to F1 this season. But if I see Max Verstappen win every single race, it's gonna be difficult for me. It will
I
be.
highly reckon
It will
he
be difficult.
I reckon
yeah.
he will.
I need a new car just to come in there. You know, I need a new team. I need McLaren to step up the game this season, please. I'm looking at you, Lando Norris. You know, please do something special this season, please, please, please.
He won't win anything.
Oh
year.
no! Don't say that. We've still got a month left. You know, just stick some more spoilers at the end of the car or something. I don't know. Make it
think that's how
faster.
works.
I don't know how car building works. Okay. Do I have any more questions? Okay. General predictions for the season, for the start of the season. What do you think?
Well, who's going to win it?
Yeah, go on.
I think
Did-
that's pretty bloody obvious.
Okay.
I think
Okay.
that's really obvious.
Mr. Red Bull hat over here. Come on. Then.
Come on. Red Bull surely going to win it again.
Yeah.
Max will win this championship. I reckon second will be Norris,
Yeah.
and then third will be one of the Mercedes or Ferraris.
McLaren.
No, like the drivers. So it'll either be Hamilton, Russell, or
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Leclerc, Sainz third, and then obviously constructors. Red Bull win that again easily. McLaren third, and then Ferrari, Mercedes.
Okay. So
second.
who's? Fair enough. Okay. So what's the first racetrack of the season, by the way?
It's Bahrain.
So that was the one in 2021, wasn't it?
It's been that since 2018.
Oh, really? Okay, that's interesting.
No,
That's interesting.
2020.
Okay, so your predictions are of who's winning that race?
Verstappen by 40
Verstappen.
seconds.
By 40 seconds. That's
he
a
won.
bit
He
specific.
won. He won the one last year by 30 something seconds.
Did he?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
So
Oh my
he's
God.
gonna win it again.
I would like to go to Silverstone. You know, I would like to go to Silverstone, but I'm just thinking,
It's
why is
expensive.
it so expensive?
It's expensive.
Like, I know I had one of my friends that went there. I think he might have been there. He's gone there once or twice, and he told me like the ticket's like £500 or something like that.
Yeah,
It's
they're
just
really
crazy
expensive.
prices. And I'm thinking, why is F1 so expensive? Like, why the tickets are why is it crazy like that? Like, if you, again, like football chat. If you compare it to football, it's only £50 a ticket. You know, it's affordable. Everybody can go. Well, most people can afford it. Compared to F1, anyways. But do you think if I made the tickets cheaper, you'd have more fans? I don't know.
Well,
I
no,
don't
'cause-
I don't know if it works like that, but you know,
no, I
just
don't-
general question. A stupid question maybe. I'm not too sure.
I don't think if you made it cheaper, it would be less fans, because you can just sit at home and watch it, can't you?
That's a good
the people,
point.
The fans pay for it to go
Yeah.
and experience the racing in real time, because the noise that the cars make is like second to none. It's like one of the top experiences you can have as an F1 fan. But then one of the negatives is that you just can't see the entire race. So on
Yes,
TV you can
yes.
watch the entire race going around the entire track instead of one corner.
I was
So-
thinking about that the other day actually, because my friend he was speaking about his experience at Silverstone, but he was saying like he couldn't see like most of the race. It just goes around once every sort of lap, don't you? Obviously you got
Yeah.
the big TVs and the big screen, but at that point you might as well just stay at home and save your money.
Yeah.
That sort of thing. But I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I think if you are an F1 fan, you have to go to at least one race. I haven't been lucky enough to go yet. 'Cause
Yeah.
it is just so
It's
expensive.
crazy because let's say if you go to China or something like that.
I'm not going to China though.
Okay, well, name me another place. Las Vegas. Let's say you go to Las Vegas, right?
$3,000.
£3,000. Oh
Three
my god.
grand.
Okay. Let's say you go to America. You've got to pay for your hotel. You've got to pay for the aeroplane tickets. You got to pay for all the other travel expenses, don't you? As well as the main ticket.
Yeah.
As well as your food and all that sort of stuff. It's just I think it's just too much. It honestly is too much at that point.
It is a rich man's sport.
It is a rich man's sport. That's why it's a bit annoying. I'm just throwing that
It's a
point
bit
out there.
annoying. It's not that
But,
annoying.
well, okay, you can watch
Well,
it on TV.
it's like-
That's a good point.
Yeah, well, it's like Drive to Survive.
Yeah.
It gives the fans who can't afford to go there something to watch, and then
True,
you
true.
can just pay like £10 to get F1 TV and watch every race for free.
And also, yeah, it's always on every week on Sky Sports, isn't it? I suppose.
Yeah.
So it's not too much of a problem, but you know, I suppose I would like to make it a little bit cheaper so I can go at least once in my life. You know, like £500 is like a month's wages. Forget that.
That's 2 months more for some
Yeah,
people.
yeah, it's way too much for me.
Well, that's why I'm going the main way. Just getting a career in the industry.
really?
Just getting a career in the industry.
I might have to do the same thing to be
Go
honest. I
for
wouldn't
free.
mind. I wouldn't
Don't
mind.
have to pay. All good.
Right for McLaren, maybe. Who knows?
Yeah, that's true. Just go right for one of the teams. It's fine.
Yeah. Okay, last question until we do our main topic. The topic that I've been waiting for, you know, NASCAR versus F1. No, what?
Well, we're
We've got
hitting
the
the
time.
40-minute mark.
Hit the 40-minute mark. Okay, we might
We've
have to
gone
do a separate episode.
We've gone on for a bit.
I didn't know it was 40 minutes, but let's do your quick last question, Matt, before we do a little outro. Last question here. Top 5 F1 drivers. Go on, quickly.
This season or all time?
Just do this season. I don't know all time. You know.
Oh, you probably won't know any of the ones before this season, will
Yeah,
you?
yeah. Go on.
So top 5 this season.
Okay.
Do you want me to be honest, or do you want me to just say Max?
No, just be honest.
Max.
Be honest, please. Take the bias side. Take the
Hey.
emotion out of it.
Max first, obviously.
Boring.
Massive fan of him.
Boring.
Second, Piastri.
Okay.
I rate him as a driver. I think
Interesting.
he's second best talent.
So he's had is this his second or third season in
Second
the
season.
second season? Okay. I think him and Lando are going to have a fantastic season.
Yeah, I reckon he will do well.
Yeah.
Third favourite. It's a good question. Daniel Ricciardo,
Okay.
just because he's got a
Interesting.
massive personality.
Interesting. Best personality in F1.
Yeah, by miles.
He's quite funny, isn't
by
he?
miles.
Yeah, I do like him.
Fourth, probably Norris.
Norris?
I can't complain
Oh,
about. I
okay.
can't complain
Yeah,
about
yeah.
him. He's pretty solid.
Two McLaren drivers, by the way, guys. You know.
Yeah,
That's
well,
interesting. That's interesting.
they're a likeable pair, aren't they? They're
Yeah,
both young and they're
yeah.
both talented. So
That's why I chose them.
Fifth. That's a good question. Fifth. Who do I like?
Alonso.
Oh, you know what, Alonso. That's
Yeah,
a pretty decent
yeah.
shout.
He's just got the swagger, hasn't he? I do
he
like him.
just does not give a toss,
I
does
like
he?
him a lot.
He just does not give a toss about anyone.
How many championships has he won?
He's won 2.
He's won 2. See, he's a good driver. You know,
He's huge.
very experienced. Is he older than Hamilton? Yes,
He's
he has to be.
41.
I was gonna say yes, but he does look. To be fair, he doesn't look 41.
No, he looks pretty good for his age.
Even Hamilton, he doesn't look 39. I wouldn't say he was 39. That's a bit crazy.
32.
Yeah, 32, 35ish. I wouldn't say older than that.
Yeah. Yeah, but no, I reckon Alonso 5th because he really just does not give two shits about anyone else but
No.
himself.
Has he got a good personality though? Has he got quite funny and
He's
stuff?
funny.
Yeah,
He's a funny
yeah.
guy, and his driving style
Has
is
it-
like the best on
Has
the
he
grid.
got like a dry humour? Like what sort of humour has he got? Do you reckon?
Dad humour.
Dad humour.
He's got
okay.
serious dad humour. Have you not seen his TikToks?
Not really.
Go
no,
look at his
no.
TikTok
Okay, I'll do
page.
it
He's
tonight.
got
I'll do it
some
tonight.
serious TikToks
Yeah.
on there.
We'll really create a Fernando Alonso dad TikTok. Why don't we do that?
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah, who knows?
Anyway, we're hitting the 40-minute mark, I think. That is the longest podcast episode I think we've had.
Just
But,
hitting
you know,
more.
I can't
we just,
complain.
you know, hitting more. We're breaking records in the Bench Warmers podcast, I suppose. What
Yeah.
else can we say? You know, come on now.
Well, I'm not surprised. This is my favourite topic, at least. So
Oh, God.
I could speak about this for years. So
Okay, next episode, football podcast. It's an hour long. Let's go.
Well, we could do that, can't we?
Maybe,
FA
maybe.
Cup, Champions League, AFCON, all that stuff is going on.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
we'll talk
yeah.
about that in the next
Okay,
episode.
okay.
But you did say NASCAR, so
Oh, we've got to do that sometime soon, haven't we?
we have
Let
to,
me finish
we
the
have
whole.
got to do that.
I'm on episode 2, so let me finish the whole episode, whole season first, and then we'll speak about it again maybe at some point
Yeah,
in the coming weeks.
yeah. So I think the next few episodes will either be NASCAR or football.
Yeah,
Just covering
yeah.
everything again. And then we, of course, we've got another recap as well for our Coventry University teams
Yes.
this week, which will be released Friday or Saturday.
Yeah, because I think
So-
we're planning on releasing this either Wednesday or Thursday this week. We've already done 2 at the weekend, so go check out episode, was it 4 and 5?
Yeah, yeah.
So
we
yeah,
were
thank
just
you for
speaking about the
everybody
FA
watching, I
Cup in that
suppose.
one, weren't we?
Yeah, we was obviously covering our first ever Coventry University sports team games. Got some nice little funny stories from that podcast. We'll be posting some clips on that tonight as well. So yeah, watch that and then watch the championship episode as well. It's pretty good.
Anyway, that's it for episode 6 of the Benchwarmers podcast. Make sure to follow the Spotify and the YouTube to keep up to date with everything that goes on
Yeah,
and all the new episodes, because we are releasing quite regularly. I think we do 2 episodes a week, so
Yep.
Cool.
If you guys got any suggestions for any episodes as well, that'll be very helpful. Just to try and keep us in the loop with the recent sports news, I suppose. Just because we can't really, look at everything. You know what I mean? Busy boys. With our journalism course. So, yeah, any help will be appreciated.
yeah. Well, that's it from us. Goodbye.
See you later.